The key turned in the lock with its usual click, but the air felt wrong, heavy, like the calm before a storm. I'd been away for 3 weeks, consulting for a tech firm in Seattle, and all I wanted was the quiet of my own home in Willow Creek, a tidy suburb just outside Charlotte. My name's Marcus Thompson, a 52-year-old business analyst who'd finally bought this colonial-style house 2 years ago, a dream I'd chased since my childhood in a cramped apartment. But as I stepped inside, voices echoed from my living room. Not one, but several. My pulse quickened. I set my suitcase down and listened. A woman's voice, sharp and authoritative, was directing someone about couch placement. A man responded, debating which bedroom would suit visiting kids. My house should have been empty. I'd left it locked, lights off, exactly as it was. Heart pounding, I crept toward the living room and peeked around the corner. 3 strangers sat on my furniture. A middle-aged couple and an older woman in a crisp blazer, waving a clipboard like a conductor's baton. The woman in charge, let's call her Linda, was mid-sentence, saying, "Sarah, James, the back door's rekeyed, but we'll do the front tomorrow. No uninvited guests." She laughed, a grating sound that set my teeth on edge. I pulled out my phone, hit record, and stepped into the room. "Excuse me," I said, voice steady despite the adrenaline. "What are you doing in my house?" Sarah yelped, diving behind the couch. James stood, knocking over a glass of my bourbon. "But Linda?" She rose slowly, her smile cold as ice. "Your house," she said, venom in her tone. "I don't think so." The slur she tossed at me hit like a slap, but I'd dealt with her type before. "This is my house," I said, showing my phone with mortgage documents. "I've lived here for 2 years. I have the deed, the statements." "Forged," Linda cut in, waving her clipboard. "We know your kind. Sarah and James are the rightful owners. I have the real papers." She brandished a folder like a trophy. "Your kind?" I asked, already knowing the answer. "Don't play dumb," she snapped. "You've been squatting, faking ownership. My cousin Sarah inherited this from our aunt. Your scam's over." The absurdity was almost laughable, except it was my life on the line. I kept calm. "Ma'am, I have the original deed, tax records, and utility bills. All fake." Linda shrieked. "You people forge everything." Sarah and James exchanged uneasy glances. "Maybe we should check the paperwork," Sarah said hesitantly. "Don't question me," Linda barked. Then she dialed 911, spinning a tale of a dangerous man breaking into her cousin's house. "He's aggressive, intimidating, a large black man," she told the operator, painting me as a threat while standing amid my belongings. I kept recording, knowing evidence was my only defense. 2 officers arrived. Officer Daniels, a grizzled veteran, and Officer Martinez, younger and sharp-eyed. Linda rushed to greet them, thrusting her folder forward. "This man's trespassing. I have proof Sarah owns this house." Daniels skimmed her papers, then turned to me. "Sir, your name?" "Marcus Thompson," I said. "This is my house. I can show you my documents and call my mortgage company." Linda scoffed. "Photos can be faked." Martinez, though, was scanning the roomy family photos, my graduation diploma, and mail address to me. "If Sarah inherited this house 6 months ago," he asked Linda, "why's all the mail for Mr. Thompson?" Her story unraveled. I called my mortgage company, putting them on speaker. "No transfers, no sales," the rep confirmed. "Mr. Thompson is the sole owner." Linda doubled down, claiming I'd staged the call. But Martinez wasn't buying it. He examined her documents, noting mismatched notary stamps. "These look questionable," he said. Linda's composure cracked. "You're being fooled by a criminal," she shouted, accusing me of running a sophisticated scam. Daniels finally stepped in. "Everyone, IDs." Mine showed my address. Linda's? A ritzy neighborhood across town. Sarah and James lived in an apartment. Not here. The crowd outside grew. Neighbors like Mrs. Carter, the Wilsons, and Councilman Howard, a local power broker with a knack for forgetting my name. Linda seized her chance. "Councilman, this man's been squatting." Howard, all smiles and no handshake, said, "Linda's a pillar of this community. If she says there's fraud, I believe her." But Martinez pushed back. "We verified Mr. Thompson's ownership. Her documents are fraudulent." Linda's folder, when I opened it, chilled me. Forged deeds, mortgage transfers, my signature perfectly mimicked, but never mine. Then came Tom Reynolds, a retired Navy SEAL from down the street. "Enough," he bellowed, parting the crowd. "I've watched Linda stalk Marcus for month photos, trash digging, testing his locks. She's the criminal here." The neighbors fell silent. Tom turned to Linda. You've been harassing a man for living while black. Linda screamed, I'm not racist. I have black friends. But her words rang hollow. Sarah and James, horrified, backed away. We're leaving, James said. Linda, you lied to us. Martinez arrested Linda for trespassing, fraud, and stalking. As she was cuffed, she ranted about reverse discrimination. The crowd dispersed, some ashamed, others defiant. Tom stayed. I should have spoken up sooner, he said. You did enough, I replied, grateful for his stand. The investigation snowballed. Detective Laura Bennett uncovered Linda's basement forgery lab scanners, notary stamps, templates. She'd targeted minority families for years, driving a Latino family from their home and terrorizing an elderly black couple. Emails with Property Guardian, a man named Robert Klein, revealed a network, the Property Defense League, targeting minorities across 12 states. Klein's Arizona home was a hub of fraud, with target lists and tactics to exploit isolated families like mine. Linda's trial was a spectacle. The prosecution laid out her operation: forged documents, racist emails, and victim testimonies. Maria Lopez, who'd lost her home, wept as she recounted her family's ruin. Linda's defense claimed she was a misguided citizen, but on the stand, she sank herself. Certain communities cause problems, she said, digging her grave. The jury took 4 hours. Guilty on all counts: fraud, identity theft, stalking. 8 years in prison, restitution ordered. Klein faced 20 years for racketeering. Civil suits followed. Maria won $850,000, others $400,000. I donated my $200,000 settlement to a victims fund. Howard resigned after emails linked him to Linda's schemes. Mrs. Carter moved away, shunned. The Wilsons, once spectators, became overly friendly, their guilt transparent. Tom and I grew close, sharing dinners and football games. Willow Creek changed. The HOA banned harassment. A new Latino family, the Garcias, was welcomed warmly. Tom and I joined a task force, helping families like the Chins in Phoenix and the Browns in Atlanta keep their homes. Each victory felt like justice. Linda thought she could erase me from Willow Creek. Instead, she lost everything: freedom, reputation, community. I'm still at 1247 Maple Lane, my home, surrounded by neighbors who finally see me. Justice isn't perfect, but when it hits, it's poetic. What do you think? Have you faced injustice or seen it in your community? Share your thoughts below. Let's talk about standing up to hate and fighting for what's right. Your voice matters.